Hey guys, and yeah, welcome back. And if you're new here, hello. I'm very sorry I haven't been posting. Honestly, it's a mix of things. I can go deep into it, but I'm just gonna summarize it for you because, well, what happened? I recorded a video today and it ended up being like over an hour. And so I went to edit it and then I didn't have enough space and I had to keep re-recording. And then I put it into my editing software and then I couldn't even export it because I have no space on my phone, like whatsoever. Like I do now because I deleted everything, but I'm gonna have to redo it. And I suppose it teaches me maybe I have to be more efficient and more quick with what I'm doing. But yeah, and also just other stuff ongoing in my life, And this video today, it's not going to be any kind of much of a rant at any sort. Like it's more going to be of a what the literal video title is how I get out of a slump. And look at me, I look like I'm in one, but I'm not. I swear to God, I'm right about to go to sleep. And yeah, you can tell I'm quite tired, but I want to record this and I want to have this up today because I know if I don't that I'll fall into I'll do it another day, and then I won't do it. But anyway, yeah, excuse me for how I look and my hair and just everything in general. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah. The topics I want to talk about today for how I get out of a slump and like the kind of not logistics, but the whole, why I fall into this and maybe why you fall into this, or anyone who's watching this, why, sorry, I don't have the double chin out. Like why does it happen? And with problems like this, you can't just battle it firsthand. You need to go to the root cause. So yeah, that would be here. I'm gonna read out the topics. Bed rotting, sleep struggles, hobbies/entertainment. Acceptance and applying it. And also please ignore the fact that I'm going like this camera. I don't have my stand out at the moment. I just want it to be kind of personal, up close and personal, I think it might be nicer other than me being, hello guys, Excuse me. Yeah, so going on to the first topic of bed rotting, which, I feel like that's a really common thing at the moment, that it always has been, but at least at the moment, like in social media, like a lot of people do it to escape reality, or a lot of people who have harsh realities at home, and that maybe to do with family or to do with school or just work life or anything really, or just even from their own mind. Like bed rotting, at least for me, like it didn't help, but it occupied my mind in a different way other than me stressing like, fuck, what am I going to do next? Or fuck, what do I say to this person? Or other external things that, like, factors that really affect me from day to day. Like I used to use bed rotting as a coping mechanism, and I'm sure a lot of people do too. And then combining it with things like doom scrolling and trying to distract your mind from absorbing information to try and help, but you don't actually apply it into your life. And yeah, and then it kind of, when I combined all that together, it ended up me like neglecting my health, and like, I'd say, oh, I'll brush my teeth in a bit, and then I'll fall asleep, and then I'll fall asleep with a full face of makeup and my teeth not brushed, my face not washed, haven't washed my hair for like whatever matter of weeks, maybe like 2 weeks, like nearly 2 weeks, coming up 2 weeks, just because like I can't bring myself to do it. And I'm sure a lot of people feel the exact same way. Like I just can't get myself into that state of going, okay, I'm gonna go, wash my hair, I'm gonna go wash my face and be productive. It's just, it takes so much energy, when you do it. It's like, oh, thank fuck, but like it's the lead up to it that really, really makes it hard. And then also after all that, then avoiding human interaction, because it's almost like half of me is like, I don't want anyone to see me this way, and also I'm not bothered because what's the point, Like I start questioning things, like not too much, but I start questioning things to the point where, oh, well, I'm fine here, like things about my past or about my traumas, like I dwell in them a lot, and then I end up just like questioning everything and then not seeing people for weeks, just because, not because I feel like I don't deserve it, but because I feel like that I just don't have the social battery to go out and do that, And yeah, battling bread rotting, and I wrote down brain rot here. I must have been very tired writing this. It's, I find that helps. Sounds like I thought someone was here. Making your bed the only place you sleep. Like, obviously, the place you only sleep. So, wait, I'm trying to word this properly. Basically, like, in terms of that, you know, you're not going to sit in your bed and eat. You're not going to sit in your bed and watch YouTube videos. Well, look at me. Don't eat your own words. But, I mean, for maybe this might help other people, and I will start adopting this after this because I just want to get this out of the way. But, oh, it's my dog snoring. That's what it is. Yeah, like, because then your brain naturally assigns your bed as a place of rest and a place of sleep, not as a place of eating or doing your makeup or watching YouTube videos or focusing on things or doing work. You know, your bed is like your rest place, you know, like it's that kind of area where you go, how do you say it now? You compress, I was about to say decompose. Like, you decompress, if that's a word. Like, that's usually the best way to do it. And then also getting proper 8 to 9 hours of sleep if you can. Like, it's the best thing you can do because it's scientifically proven at least from people my age, like 16 to 18, like, you should be getting around 8 to 9 hours of sleep. And yeah, make your bed nice every morning when you wake up, when you get out of bed, you know. You decide, okay, I'm gonna do my duvet this way, you know, put a few blankets on top, put a few teddies or pillows, and just do them very decorative. So you look at it and like, you kind of like look forward to going back to sleep, you know, after your long day. Yeah, next topic is sleep struggles. I personally have had insomnia since I was a baby, since it runs in my family. And it's just something I've been battling for years. And I have sleep tablets, but due to the fact it's about 2 a.m. in the morning, it's been too late to take them. And I always forget to take them, and also I don't really like taking them because of the fact that, like, I don't like the way they make my body feel and the way they kind of, like, I don't like losing control of my body. Like, losing control of my body is, like, one of my biggest fears. So every time I take them, it's just, like, I go into this really kind of, like, dazed state where I just feel really, I don't know, not in control of my body. So I try to avoid them, but if I have to take them, I have to take them. Yeah, yeah, even as a child, like, I just stay up drawing on my walls, or like stay up drawing, stay up reading, you know, doing everything but sleeping. But, you know, I'm definitely not as bad as I was when I was younger. When I was younger, I used to stay up for like days straight, but I think as I get older, it's gotten less worse. Just same with my family members, as they got older, it kind of didn't stay the same. But yeah, hopefully for my case, it doesn't get any worse. But with stress, it tends to get worse. But it's a bit bad at the moment, but it's improving. Well, it's not really controversial, but oh my god, my hand's hurting from fucking holding the phone up. Our parents were, well, it's not controversial. Our parents were right about the phone, like about, you know, using it before bed, or like it lacking human interaction. Like, even though I know you can text friends, you can FaceTime friends, call friends, but it's not the same as seeing someone in real life and getting to, you know, talk to them, or, you know, experience their interactions, like, firsthand, you know, like, you could read text wrong. Like, I remember when my friends used to always say K, like, just, that's the way they text, but I would take it as, oh, fuck, they're mad at me, or I'm sure there's lots of people that are like that. Like, I've heard, like, people I know, like, breaking up because of it, just because of, like, tone. Do you know what I mean? Like, tone is so important, you know? And yeah, our parents were right about the phone. Eating too close to when you're sleeping, again, culprit of this myself. But if you don't eat an hour before you go to bed, I guarantee you will feel so much better the next morning. You won't feel like drowsy or kind of like heavy feeling before you go to bed. And like, you'll probably feel just, in my opinion, when I've done it, like, I've done it since I was younger, because, like, obviously I have my days where I do eat before bed, but most days I don't, because my parents had a rule that we don't eat after 7 o'clock. But if you're like, yeah, have your food at whatever time, just like don't have it an hour before bed if you can, you know. It does really help. And not doing exercise, yeah, like, even doing a small 10 minute workout a day can really, like, contribute to helping, because if your body's done no work, then essentially your body's just alive the whole time. Like, I mean alive as in, like, active the whole time. So it's very hard to settle down when you haven't done anything for the whole day. Like, not really, not anything. Like, you could have worked or something. But I mean, in physical activity, like even going for a short 10-minute walk or, up the road, it can really... My dog is so loud. It can really benefit you, And I don't want to go too into, like, being like, when I did this and I did that. But yeah, I have to say for me, like, it really did help improve my sleep. And yeah, helps for sleep for me have been like reading or journaling. But like an hour before bed, because you don't want to be going to bed like thinking about what you journaled about and like overthinking about it, you need to give yourself the time before. Yeah, that leads me on to my next topic, which is hobbies and entertainment. Again, self-isolation, really, I tend, like, not that I tend to, but like, what I do tend to like isolate myself in terms of like, if I'm not necessarily good at something straight away, I'm sure a lot of people feel this way, but that I just tend to just say, oh, fuck it, like I'm never going to be as good as these people or whatever. But you need to realize that, you're not immediately good at everything. You need to put in the work and the effort and the discipline to get that good, and to really, I don't know, just, you're not going to immediately adapt to it. You need to let yourself be bad at it and make mistakes to get better, And I suppose that also leads on to like doing low dopamine activities. Like for me, as someone who's neurodivergent, I'm always seeking out high dopamine activities like doom scrolling and going out shopping, exploring places, wanting to travel, things like that. But then I never really want to do the things like, oh, let's say go to a walk or go to a coffee shop or read a book, like I never want to do things like that at first because I'm like, oh, that sounds so boring. And then when I get to do it, I'm like, oh, this is kind of relaxing, or this is really grounding, It's doing low dopamine activities can be really grounding in a way for some people, at least it is for me. And yeah, learning to rewire your dopamine system to not chase a chaos system. That's something I've learned recently. And yeah, just doing the little things, and also talking to like friends and family more, like making more contact between people and just asking them questions about their life and distracting yourself from your own life, even because not just because you want to distract yourself, but also just to want to hear about others' lives, to kind of differentiate a bit, to kind of add some spice, to kind of, not for comparison, but I suppose to have that element of maybe you relate with them, or you'll suddenly find out, wow, they've been going through so much and I didn't even know that, you'll realize you've been stuck in your own head, and then you can kind of help others, and then you'll take your mind off your own things and everything. It all has benefits and things like that to it. Oh, I need water. Ooh. The bottle I got the other day, it's really nice. It's 1.1 litres. It's fucking massive. Doesn't even fit in the frame. You know what else is massive? Sorry. Not needed. What's next? Watching long form content. I always found that really helped for me, who was like prone to doom scrolling. Oh my god, my fringe is so greasy. I actually do have a fringe, but it's just, I don't like it on me personally. Excuse me. I will blur that out or remove it. Watching long form content, because taking notes on it or researching alongside it can really like expand your attention span, and can just really like broaden your horizon and make you not stay stuck in the same mindset the whole time. Sorry, oh my god, I look bald. I swear I'm not. And broaden your horizons and watch long form content, even 30-minute YouTube videos or 40 to 50-minute long episodes, than watching 10 short 20-second videos for a minute. It can really benefit, even if it takes up more time, it benefits you a lot more. But obviously doing it in moderation. Don't do it for like 4 hours a day. Stay curious, always question systems, question things, do your research basically. And yeah, making wish lists, physical and mental, not just like saying, here, like I just want a Lamborghini, or like I want to live here. It's like building the steps of how am I going to do that. Let's say I want long brown hair down to my chest. How am I going to do that? Wait maybe 2 years for my hair to grow out and oil it 2 to 3 times not a day, that would fucking make it really crazy. 2 to 3 times a week. And, putting less heat on it so it doesn't have breakage, etc., more so on, for you to help you achieve that goal. Because then it's like, but if it comes from materialistic things, you can make like markers of how much you've saved up and how much you could buy with this, or, or how much percentage you've saved up to it, And then mental, you could do like, you want to become more outgoing, more confident, more extroverted, so on. And, for those kind of things, you could build things like, go and compliment one person a day, or if that's too much, compliment one person a week, or, compliment one person each weekend when you're out, or whatever. Or even during school, it really kind of brings a confidence when they react to you in like if they react to you in a really kind of normal and calm way. You won't feel abnormal in a way where you're like, wow, confidence comes in because you're like, people actually appreciate what you're saying. You know what I mean? Yeah, that leads to self-expression, which I find is really beneficial to me, which is like in art, like content creation, like I really like doing, but I don't do very often. I should do it more often. Or reading, or even making books, honest to God, like journaling, again, my favorite. And yeah, just really expressing yourself through your clothes, through makeup, through hair, through art, through content, etc., etc. So I keep pausing because I keep thinking there's someone there, but there's not. It's just because my dad's out at the moment and he's not back, and I'm like wondering where he is, but I hope he's okay. And yeah, reconnecting with your inner child, which I suppose for me that links to self-expression, because self-expression for me when I was younger was meditating, doing art, honestly content creation too. I loved pretending that I was a content creator when I was younger. So like really linking back to your inner child, even if it's painful. And it really comes back to those hurtful feelings of like, maybe you had betrayal in your childhood, maybe there was neglect, maybe there was etc., so on. But as much as it hurts, don't overdwell on it, because or else it's going to be really, really overwhelming. Like set yourself a maybe a 15-20 minute timer where you just let yourself kind of let yourself sit in it for a while and kind of think about it and navigate through. And then after the 20-minute timer goes over, you can relax and just, navigate your way out of it, and maybe journal or distract yourself a bit to try bring yourself out of it, or just talk to someone, And yeah, this leads me to my last point of hobbies and entertainment, which is consistency over perfection. So yeah, as I need to know myself and I need to learn this, is posting once a week over posting one imperfect, maybe slightly needs to be tweaked video once a week is better than posting one absolutely perfect video a month, because in the long run, the video you post each week is going to gain way more traction, and it's going to build you like so much more over like a short period of time. So yeah, consistency over perfection, or even not just with content creation, but with anything in general. You're going to beat yourself up if you're not perfect, so you may as well try to be more consistent. And yeah, with your acceptance and applying it, which again, consistency over perfection. Oh yeah, learning we will feel, okay, God, I'm fucking so tired. Learning we will feel down, and it's about providing yourself with the time for it, but not alienating it nor making it a norm. So basically, when you're feeling in a really down state, or when you're feeling really like maybe depressed, or I wouldn't say depressed because that's more of a clinical thing, but more they've kind of just down the dumps, maybe. Like, let yourself feel it, but don't let yourself like linger in it for too long, because you don't want it to affect your daily life. Like, don't alienate it and be like, oh, I don't want anyone to see me this way. This is so embarrassing. I can't talk to anyone about this. It's about talking to someone about it, but also even writing it down if you're too scared to do that or feel too embarrassed to do that. Just getting it out somewhere and finding an external source to kind of give it out to. Like, as again, this leads to self-expression. Self-expression can really help with that. And another point is comparison kills creativity and who you are. Like, I was saying this in my last video, but I didn't get to post it because it was too long. Let's say I want to be Lady Gaga. Like, and I make myself to be exactly like Lady Gaga. I get like plastic surgery, I act exactly like her, and I try to sing like her, right, which would never happen. What's it called? Like, I'm essentially killing my own personality and killing my own identity by wanting to be like her and being a copy of her and like an impersonator of her. That's what with a lot of impersonators, they're really killing their inner self and not, exploring their own identity and like who they could be as a person. You should really stay in your own lane, but not in a way of that. Stay in your own lane, like, you're not as good as them, but I mean stay in your own lane in terms of that. Like, I don't explain it. Stay in your own lane, so you go at your own pace, and this leads to go at your own pace, but challenge yourself and know your limits. Like, go at your own pace to the point where you can challenge yourself and give yourself regular, maybe honestly occasional stress, so it tempts you to build and become stronger and more resilient and strong towards your problems. So go at your own pace and set yourself challenges and struggles and stress, so then you'll want to overcome it. So it gives you a goal and it gives you a motivation almost, so you push through and it's not just easy the whole time, basically, is what I'm trying to say. My last point is applying it, which is the hardest part, honest to God. Like, as my experience as a neurodivergent person, like, I feel like for a lot of people who are, we tend to talk about it a lot, but executing it is so hard. Wait. Sorry. They when you just get acid reflux. Yeah, that I struggle to execute like things a lot. Like, I have such big ideas, but then I get so lost in them because I don't create steps and I don't lay them out really too structured, so then I get lost in them and then it stresses me out and overwhelms me, and then I end up dropping it because I'm like, oh no, it's just an idea, which is really something I need to work on personally, and maybe some other people do too. And then it leads to creating reward systems. So if you, like, let's say you're losing weight and you're 60 kilos and you want to get down to 55, at 59 you could give yourself a drink. At 50, obviously you have to drink water, but I mean at like I don't know, like a fizzy drink or like an energy drink or something. At 58 kilos you could buy yourself a new lip gloss. At 57 you could, and so on. It continues. And even with like business or like content creation or art or anything, just like when you get to a certain point, that's when you give yourself a treat to be like, I am at this point, I am 25% or 20% in, I have 80% left to go, and each whatever mark, you give yourself something to mark that progress, so then you feel like you're actively making progress even if it is invisible, And that's like one of my last points, which is which is finding your interests and whys. Why do you look for the lifestyle that you look for? Why do you like the things you like, Really just who you are as a person is what you want to find out. And like, in interest-wise, you want to, find out maybe what's your favorite music artist, what's your favorite art style, what's your favorite fashion, what's your favorite, I don't know, just what's your favorite anything, to really help define who you are as a person, so you can identify with the people you want to identify with. And that's my lead up for today. I did that a lot quicker than my last video, which I should really just make them more structured like that, and then obviously be more presentable than this. But I just wanted to thank you for listening and watching my video, and it means a lot to me as someone who isn't consistent online, that to have someone coming back or even viewing it as a new viewer, it really means a lot to me that there's something there. It's not like I'm doing this to a ghost audience, But thank you for watching it, and if you enjoyed, leave a comment down below. I sound like one of those people, those YouTubers. But don't feel obligated to subscribe or like the video. If you enjoyed it, you can. even if you did, you don't have to. You know, I know, because I remember I used to get so pissed when I was younger because I never had like an account, so like I couldn't subscribe or like it, so I'd be like, they'd be like it or a spider's gonna be under your bed, and I'd be like I'd be like, I can't do it. But yeah, sorry, that was yap. But yeah, thank you, and have a nice day / night / whatever.